it's funny to say I'm throttling my business down completely because there's no way I could keep up with demand if I was like to go full tilt and growing my business, which is also a problem to have. But like that was the last thing that I expected. I'm not really the type of person I'd say I would like just to join things off of a whim and get all super excited and just like show me the results. Show me the framework so I can get the results. Then once I start to get the results, then I'm like, okay, now I'm going to get excited. And like now I'm getting phenomenal results. I have full confidence on knowing how to run a business with paid traffic and scale to the point that it's like not even a concern in the back of my mind, not even with this business or future businesses, like how do I acquire customers and get sales? Like that's just, it's there. And which is a pretty cool level of confidence to have in what I was aspiring to get to. Especially when I talk with other business owners who are like dependent on other channels or whatever, and like, oh, well, how do you get sales? Like that's that's like not even a concern. So yeah, I actually had no doubts at all going through the courses and no like thoughts, does this work? I've signed up for many courses before already. By like the first or second or third week, I'm like, shit, I wish I got a refund for this. I can't afford this. Like, this is stupid. Like, I'm not getting value out of it. Exact opposite experience in this. And even if I was out of funds, like I would still find a way to like sign up for the course or anything. Like, it's just, it's essential. If you don't know, how to get traffic. Overall, also, I'd say the community has been a huge help, being able to network with really like-minded people at various levels of success. Also, the type of business relationships that I was already like able to foster. So there's quite a few people in the program who I've either already like they were looking at purchasing my products because they're also in like hotels and resorts, or me purchasing like and working with their businesses and partnerships to grow with their products. So there's not only just the one aspect of learning the material, there's the whole another aspect of the network that comes along with it. I have one competitor that's kind of similar. They just closed a Series A round for like $11.3 million just starting out. And I'm actually looking in my business now, I'm like starting negotiations with private equity and venture capital funds. And I have one specifically that's already interested in investing in my business, probably within like $500,000 for like a seed round to start, just to getting like different products rolled out and then growing it. So, and that's all based upon like literally finding you guys, figuring out how to run those ads, acquire those customers, get that feedback, and really start growing the business. So, I mean, that's awesome, you know. And that we're talking about when I first started generating like actual sales was in April. So what is the April, May? Like we're talking about what, a month and a half, 2 months of all of this. So
7 weeks.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. When I started, I left my job in January to start this business. And it was really just like going out on my own, coming up with my own idea. I had a successful business on Amazon that I sold in 2019. So I understood like those different marketplaces. But for me, I wanted to do everything on my own. It's like my own product, my own website, my own traffic channels, like figure everything out from scratch. Because like, at least in my mind, that's what like a real business is why I'm completely self-reliant and I don't have to depend on anybody else. Like it's almost like a proof to me that, okay, I know what I'm doing works. Like I don't need to depend on another third-party platform or channel or whatever. So I started it in January and got the prototypes and everything developed probably about by March, which is when I found the program through a Facebook ad. And I mean, the next step for me was like really trying to figure out how to have profitable conversions and drive traffic from platforms such as Facebook or anything really, and then to my product listing and have it sell. So it was something that I did a little bit, well, actually not even a little bit, quite a bit of it with my first brand. And I failed miserably with it. Like I spent so much money that was just like wasted and everything. And it was almost like a perpetuating thing in my mind. Like this is, there's no way this like works really, but there's like this other part of me where I did start to see some results based upon what I did in the past. So I was like, I need to discover what that is and learn how does some of these people like do this really successfully, because you can browse on Facebook and see people who have like posts that are sponsored with tens of thousands of comments and likes and whatever, and it's clear that they're developing sales. So it's like, okay, well, how do I create something like that? So I knew there was a potential there, but didn't know how. And then I saw your program, and I was shocked. I mean, I started running these ads, and the kind of people that I was getting was like people who own maybe like 2 or 3 properties up to like 800 properties, like some of the largest players in the entire industry, like going to my website, filling out forms, ordering my product, like to try it out. So, which was like huge, because I also was asking, like, if you were to potentially order, how many would you order? And then we were looking like at orders like in the future if they were to do business with us, and like probably we're talking about contracts of a couple $1 million a year just off of like one lead. Which is like crazy, because like I threw up a Facebook ad, like, you know, did that in a couple of days, and I was like, oh shoot, this really works. But I sold yeah, I sold like maybe 200 or 300 samples within like the first 2 weeks, again off of those like $50 a day. And then once I started like I had to do a lot of I would say what's the word, just like iteration on my product and developing different things and changing it and tweaking it. And I mean, as it is now, I probably sell like a couple hundred a day. Like on a really good day, some days maybe like, I don't know, 60 or 70 products. But again, like that's because I'm throttling my budget's way down. And now it's really cool because people are getting this stuff and they're excited, and they're like, I'm having lots of communities reach out that want to do affiliate marketing for me in the business, that have huge communities. I just got invited onto like a podcast with 20 or 30,000 Airbnb hosts. Just yesterday, I was speaking with somebody. So it's like the business is starting to even grow itself organically. So, which worries me a little more, because I need to get more products in as fast as possible. And I actually had my own agency in the past to do a lot in branding. And I know how much of it is hype and people who don't know at all what they're doing, other than just like their success is the course that they've made, but they don't know anything else about like actually growing and running a business. So it was, the majority of stuff out there was really sketchy. And when I landed on like seeing what you guys were talking about, it like instantly resonated with me, because like I love the fact that you said, you know, it's not about your product, it's not about this, it's not about that. Like, and that is something that I know and hold to be true, while the rest of everybody else is talking about, oh yeah, I have this great product, I need to hype this up and hype that up and whatever, which is just nonsense. Like if you've been in business for many years, you'll understand that that's nonsense versus somebody just starting out. So yeah, I mean, when I saw that, that was really what resonated with me and pushed me through actually getting your course. And then of course, having that introductory call. I love that, because I think there's so many people as well that shouldn't be in a community like this. And I've been part of some masterminds where I've paid, you know, high ticket prices, and it's a very exclusive thing, because you have to have the right mindset for it, and geared towards being a responsible business owner, thinking clear about what you're doing, not depending on, you know, you, for example, to run my business for me. And, you know, that's something I love too. That was like through the interview process. Are you looking for agency to grow your business, or are you looking to learn it yourself, because we don't do it for you? And just that clear responsibility, I was like, okay, this is what I need to do. Like, I love that. With everything that you guys teach, it's so, I would say, analytical. Like, it's not just purely analytics, especially for people who, you know, are not great with numbers starting out, but it's just, I would say, very logical and methodical. And that's something that I didn't really have to the level I do now, based upon your course, and really understanding all the key metrics and the key analytics, and not running my business off of emotions or thinking, oh, then, you know, whatever, I need to do this or that or whatever. It's like, no, like clearly this is what the numbers say. This is how I need to execute. This is the feedback I've been given. This is how the product I'll do. This is how I need to run my ads. So yeah, very, very methodical, I would say. And that's something that I've definitely grown. I've grown a lot through this course, of learning how to run a business on a much higher level, just through that clarity of thought. I was very excited, and like I usually am, but I was also kind of like cautious, because usually when you pay for something, you sign up, it's like, at least from my experience, it's like I get excited for a couple of days. I start diving in, and then I start losing traction and whatever. It just starts to get long and boring. And then usually I get through the first lesson, and by then I just like zone out. So the one thing with your course, like I've had the exact opposite experience. Like I was excited a little bit at the beginning, but I was still like very cautious and just approaching it step by step. And I think I got through like the first 4 weeks, like the modules in like week 1, maybe, or week 2. Like, I mean, I was just like going full tilt into this. And I'm still like going back now and revisiting. It's like relearning and improving. The biggest thing for me, I think, is just the level of confidence that I've acquired in myself, of knowing how to create any business at this point from scratch, come up with like an idea and do everything like from start to finish. So even if this one, you know, it looks like it's going to work out, but you know, even if it doesn't, or I'm going to have another business in the future, which I definitely will. This is all like a great learning experience and learning a lot. Clearly, the level that you're at and everybody else who's successful followed specific strategies to get to where they're going to be. And if you're not there, that means that you're not following the strategies yet, or know the strategies of how to get there. That to me like makes logical sense, because I'm going to be fast tracking my way there, and essentially, rather than going through pain for years, spending my money, which is, I think, another very important thing I'll mention after, spending my money and time trying to figure that out, rather than just listening to somebody who's done it, trusting them and doing it. It's going to be much more helpful. And that was with this as well. I think like it was just, I need to learn from specific people how to get their skills so I can implement that. I mean, it's just like any other thing that you're going to do. Going to find an expert in, you know, regardless of online business, if it's like a hobby they were taking up or anything. Like if you want to play the piano, is the first thing that came to mind, because I play piano. I'm going to go find a knowledgeable instructor and I'm going to learn piano from them. I'm not going to like learn by myself and reinvent the way to like play the piano. That sounds insane. So, you know, that's essentially it in a nutshell. And going back to what I said before was about money. Like I quit my job in January, and I had a specific amount of funds until I was like going to run out and either be homeless or get another job. And I definitely don't want to get another job, and I definitely don't want to be homeless. So, you know, it's like, I think intrinsically inside of me, just like that survival instinct of, what do I need to do? What's the right way of going about doing it? Learn from other people, and like, how do I do that as fast as possible? So, because otherwise you're just burning your time and your money to do what? Prove that you're stubborn? I mean, like, you know, that you're going to come up with it yourself. Like, why? I'm really grateful for being able to come across your program, and it's a huge added benefit, because if I didn't discover it, I can't even imagine where I would be right now, or wouldn't be in this business, and the success that it's achieving. And yeah, I mean, I really love what you guys are doing in terms of just being honest and transparent, and I think like not hyping people up, but just that whole like setting expectations straight of what you're doing. And that's the main reason I think I signed up. I mean, they don't know me, but it works. The course clearly works. It's it teaches you the mythology of everything that you need to know with running ads. And it's not a matter of like, it's not even a question of does it work or does it not work. It's like, it clearly works. And it's like, what kind of a level do you want to take it at in your business? And that's it. So back to the analogy with the piano, you go to a piano instructor, like either they know how to play music or they don't know how to play music. And like, there is no, I don't know if they do or not. Like, it's clear. So it's the same thing. Like, it's the same thing with like this, like it works. It's a methodology of teaching you how to run ads, how to grow your business, the network. And that's it. I mean, I see if somebody isn't going to sign up for it, either it's not the right match or they're not serious about what they want to do. That's essentially it.